Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think we have completed welding and carpentry. So today we can start fitting shop. You can check in your manual also. I am showing this chapter one fitting. So before going to the fitting, what is manufacturing process, why we are using, just there is a theory part. So basically manufacturing is the production of goods through the use of our machines, tools, and labor, biological process, and chemical reactions also. So it is the essence of secondary sector of the economy in our in any country. So this term manufacturing refers to a range of human activity from handicraft to high tech, but it is the most commonly applied in industrial design. So in that industrial design, raw material from the primary sector are transformed into finished good on a very large scale. And this such goods may be sold to other manufacturer for the production of other products like your sports equipment, automobiles, furnitures, aircrafts, and household appliances, others also. So this manufacturing process, the steps through which raw material are transformed into a final product or manufacturing engineering, these are same. So the manufacturing process begins with the product design and material specification from which the product is made. So these materials are then modified through manufacturing process to become the required part. So how this manufacturing means system or methods of manufacturing, there are
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you are muted.
So other than this, some of the fitting tools which we have used in the fitting shop, that is our steel rule, hacksaw,
सर किसी ने वापस म्यूट कर दिया।
सर आपको कोई म्यूट कर रहा है बार बार।
Okay, Nikita, just a second. Okay, so as I told, fitting shop, just the meaning make a joint for parts, accessories, and other. And what are the angles which we have used in the fitting shop? It is used like marking dotted lines, and its material is high carbon or high speed steel. Please remember the material for this angles or punches. It is a high carbon or a high speed steel. So one end is sharpened and the second it is end is flat and the hammering is done on this end while working. So the angle of punch end is around 60 degree. So please remember only two things. The first, the material, and the second is angle for the angles of punches in the fitting shop. So the material is high speed steel and high carbon, or the angle of punch is 60 degree. So as I told you, there are a lot of tools like hammer, mallet, hacksaw, level, screwdriver, and other types of screwdriver also. So the main tools like for marking, so there are sub-classified in the, like your speed rule is there, then circumferential rule is there, straight edge, flat steel square, then semicircular protector, divider is there, Dremel, center punch is there, tri-square is there. These all are for marking tools in the fitting shop. So working on this component with hands, or we can say tools and instrument, most of the workbench is generally referred to a fitting job. So the hand operation is fitting shop include marking, sawing, scraping, drilling, tapping, grinding, using hand tools, or we can say power operated portable tools. So you can see in this diagram. Please see this diagram bench wise. It is clear this diagram, movable jaw plate. So between this we can put our material जो भी हमको रखना है. फिर there is a handle. Just check the handle is there. Then body fixed jaw is there. And a hole for securing bunch. So you have to draw this diagram, and it is important in the fitting shop bench wise. Please remember this. And it is available in our workshop. I think more than 50 benchwise we have, or maybe more than this also. So this benchwise we can use for doing our fitting shop in different material we can put in this holding device, and we can tie it with the handle, and then we can do different activity like cutting, finishing, and others. So you can tell ki what is the use of fitting shop or fitting in the workshop. So working on components with hand tools and instrument, mostly on workbenches, is generally referred to as a fitting work. So this hand operation is fitting shop include marking, scraping, grinding. Okay. So tri-square, it is also there. It is important. So it is a measuring and marking tool for 900 angles. And in practice, it is used for checking the squareness of many types of small works when extreme accuracy is not required. So the blade of the tri-square is made of hardened steel and the stock of cast iron or steel. So what is the fitting and turning? So you can, fitters and turners are highly skilled craft people who manufacture and construct components for machinery and use power operated tools such as lathe, milling, and drilling machines. They maintain and repair many different kinds of machines. It is a highly skilled job, this fitting and turning. So after you can write this one, I think all the students have already submitted this carpentry and welding shop in the assignment, or is there even still not submitted? All the students have submitted this carpentry and welding. Saurabh, Yashashvi,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
have you submitted carpentry and welding shop?
So carpentry we have submitted, but you haven't assigned that welding one.
Okay. So already completed
No,
or not?
sir, welding you I have submitted. Carpentry I haven't.
Okay, so carpentry is completed.
No, sir. A few pages are left.
So you can take next week.
But today you can start this fitting now.
Yes, sir.
So there are some different tools, equipments. So you can draw all the diagram like your bench wise, then V-block clamp, then marking table, angle plate, tri-square, universal scribbing block, combination set, divider, or center punch, dot punch, and drift punch. So there are some difference between this punches angle. So in the dot punch, there is a 60-degree angle. Then center punch, there is a 90-degree angle. Then there is a drift or number punch. In number punch, you can put the numbers and then just punch it so that we can put the number in our material like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's a letter punch is also the letters used to A to Z and symbol totaling 27 numbers. So number punch, it is similar to letter punch and in construction, but has numbers at its end. Then there is a measuring tools like calipers. You have to draw the diagram for calipers outside and inside. And the size vary from 100 mm to 300 mm. Then there is a vernier calipers. Then height gauge is there, outside micrometer. This is used for the calculation of diameter, inside micrometer. It is used for measure inside dimension accurately, and it is a range around 25 to 150 mm. Then there is a depth micrometer, filler gauge, radius gauge, screw gauge, drill gauges. These all are the instrument which we have used in the fitting shop. Then for cutting, we have to use hacksaw. So hacksaw is used for the cutting metal by hand. You can check in the diagram, there is a chisels and it is made from the carbon steel, 0.9% to 1%. Then the angle is different. Generally, the cutting angle of the chisel for general purpose is of 60 degree. Flat chisel, then there is a cap chisel. So flat chisel is a common chisel used for chipping and cuffing of thin sheet metal. And the cap chisel is narrow shaped tool. It is cased mostly for the chipping grooves and keyways. Then again there is a combination cutting plier जो हम घरों पे भी रखते हैं cutting plier. So it is made by steel, tool steel, and for cutting as well as gripping the work. कभी-कभी हम उसको ऐसा होल्ड करने के लिए या टाइट पकड़ने के लिए भी हम यूज करते हैं for this cutting plier. I think you all know this cutting plier. Then there is a tapes for a tape is a hardened steel rule for जैसा हमारा scale रहता है just like that. Hand tape is there for usually supplied in sets of 3 for each diameter and threaded pitch. Then there is a dies. So dies are cutting tools used for making external thread. And dies are made either solid or split type. So they are fixed in a die holder for holding and adjusting the die gap. So they are made of fluid speed or high carbon steel. Then there is a extractors. So screw extractor is there and tap extractor is there. 2 types of extractor. And this bolt, screw, and other thread parts may be sheared off, leaving a portion behind in the taped hole. So this portion can be removed by using a screw extractor. Then finishing tools is there. Files, जो हमने पहले भी शायद देखा है, files हम use करते हैं for the finishing purpose. There are different types of files like your hand file, flat file, square file, 3 square file, and round file. So these are used in the different purpose for our requirement point of view. Like square file is tapered for 1/3 of its length towards the point, and the square file are used for filing corners and slot. It is also used to cut keyways also. So just like that, there are 5 types of files, mainly 5 types of file we have used in the fitting shop. That is our hand file, flat file, square file, 3 square file, and round file. These 5 are main, and the other 2 is half round file and Swiss or needle file. So we can cut from this different types of files: single cut, double cut. Single cut files have rows of teeth running in one direction only, and double cut files have a second row of teeth cut diagonally to the first row. So these are the different files You can check the diagram in your manual also. I think it is there. 7 types of files. Then there is a file card, just like our play card. Different surface of roughness it is there. So if we have a rough surface, so we can use number of teeth per centimeter is 8. Then there is a second cut, then smooth. So in the smooth surface, we can use the number of teeth per centimeter is 20 to 24. And dead smooth means it's very grades of files means बहुत ज़्यादा smooth है. So at that time, this card, file card, we have to use number of teeth per centimeter is around 40, means 40 per centimeter. So for finishing, only it is a metal brush used for cleaning the files to free from filing, clogging, and between the teeth. Then other than this equipments or tools, you can use like hammer we can use in our home also. Generally, the weight of hammer is ranging from 200 gram to 1.5 kg. Please remember. Then spanner is there. Spanner is usually made of forged steel, and the size of spanner denotes the size of the bolt on which it can work. Okay, then there is a screwdriver is there. So screwdriver is designed to turn screw. Then fitting operation. Chipping is there, then filing is there, holding the file, filing internal curves, cross filing, straight filing, then draw filing is there. So how we can do, you can check. Then scrapers, flat scraper, it is used for removing metal from the flat surface. Then half round bearing scraper, this is used for the scraping curved or cylindrical surface. And then triangular scraper, this is used for the curved surface, holes and bores, and it is specified by the length. So generally this triangular scraper is 200 or 300 mm like that. Then there is a checking flatness and squareness. So how we can check that flat, it is flat or not. So there are some tools. So surface plate is there, then dividers you can check for roundness, then marking and measuring angle. Protector is there, verniper, bevel protector. So these are the main instrument or equipments which we are using in the fitting shop. So please complete first your carpentry. Maybe after 2-3 days, I will assign the our carpentry submission. Today is Tuesday. So I think up to Friday. Friday is okay. I think Friday you can submit the carpentry. Please complete before Friday and submit. I'll assign the carpentry shop. So please complete your carpentry and submit by Friday. Tarun, Sandeep,
Yes, sir.
Prateek, Nandita,
Sir.
Sir, Pratik Gupta present.
okay, Anil, Aditya, Anushka,
Yes, sir.
Anmay,
Yes, sir.
Priyati,
Sir.
Venkata, Garvit,
Hello,
Ashwin,
Yes.
sir. Venkata present.
okay, Amreen,
Present, sir.
Harsh,
Yes, sir.
Rishabh, Vishweshwar,
Yes, sir.
Saurabh,
Yes, sir. Sir.
Ankit,
Yes, sir.
Shashwat,
Yes, sir.
Amisha, Vedant,
Yes, sir.
Shivani,
Yes, sir.
Nityam,
Yes, sir.
Rahul,
Yes, sir.
Dulixta,
Yes, sir.
Ashutosh,
Yes, sir.
Sanjay, Kanishka,
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर स्वप्निल बोला क्या आपने अभी?
नहीं, अभय,
Yes, sir.
Sir, दो अब है actually.
अभय सुरेश निमजे,
Yes, sir.
वर्टिका, शिरीष जैन,
Yes, sir.
मनोज, विवेक,
Sir.
राहुल, स्वप्निल,
Present, sir.
स्नेहिल,
Yes, sir.
प्रतीक,
Yes, sir.
अरशद,
Yes, sir.
विष्णु,
Yes, sir.
कृतिका,
Yes, sir.
काके,
Yes, sir.
वत्सल,
Present, sir.
दीपक,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
यशस्वी,
Yes, sir.
प्रज्ञा, भाव्या,
Present, sir.
विष्णु,
Sir.
विकास, ओके गोलू,
Yes, sir.
महेश,
Sir.
विशाल, प्रकाश, ईशान,
Yes, sir.
हरिओम,
Yes, sir.
सुरेश, अंशु,
Sir.
कृपी,
Yes, sir.
विशेष,
Present, sir.
विनायक, देवांग,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सचिन,
Yes, sir.
प्रियांशी, लकी,
Yes, sir.
प्रियंका, वेंकटा,
Yes, sir.
विनीत, शिवारोहित, शशांक,
Yes, sir.
अब्दुर, सुमित,
Present, sir.
पूजा, ऋषभ,
Yes,
पवन,
sir.
आनंद, विनय, निकिता, मानसिंह,
Present sir, Nikita.
ओके, मनीषा,
Present, sir.
गणेश,
Present, sir.
मोहना राव,
Sir.
तनिष,
Sir. Mohan Rao.
राउबेन,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
हम्म,
Sir, Priyanshi. Sir, I spoke earlier, but I think I was not.
ओके, अभिषेक,
Yes, sir.
संतोष,
Sir.
साक्षी, आर्यन,
Yes, sir.
दीपक,
Yes, sir.
हर्षिका,
Present, sir.
अनास,
Present, sir.
अभय,
Present, sir.
निधि, अंकिता, सुप्रिया,
Present, sir.
अश्विन, वीरेंद्र,